Chapter 56. The Judge. "What the fuck is happening?" Liz yelled. The crab-like creature blocking the door twisted sideways in a way no creature should be able to. Dark, glossy plates clicked against one another as it adjusted its stance. Its entire form was shades of black on black, like a hole punched through reality, an absence more than a presence. Nina rocked back and forth, dazed. Around them, the other captives exchanged helpless looks, shrugs, raised eyebrows, silent confusion. A rugged guy in the back with a heavy 5 o'clock shadow stepped forward and offered Liz his hand. "My name is Vince," he said, forcing a smile. Liz stared at the hand, then at his gray scrubs, then at his face, studying him like she was mentally preparing an eyewitness statement. "Normally," Vince said after a beat, chewing his lip, "this is where you'd tell me your name. It's an introduction." Liz pinched her eyes shut and drew a long, steady breath. She reached out and took his hand. "Liz," she said. She gestured behind her. "That's Nina." "Nice to meet you, Liz," Vince said, now smiling for real. He nodded towards Nina. "And you too, Nina." "Uh-huh," Nina replied weakly. Vince released her hand and stepped back, pointing to a blonde guy. "That's Caleb." He moved through the group, introducing each. "Kelly, Joe, Sarah, Beth, George, Will." 8 strangers, all in matching gray scrubs, all early 20s, all with eyes that were too bright, too hopeful, like they hadn't seen anything of the world yet. To Liz, it felt like a slap. "Yeah, hi," she muttered as he finished. "Right," Vince continued, plowing through the awkwardness like knee-deep mud. "The big shelled guy is, I guess we call him Click Click? I don't know his real name, but it's all clicks." He winced. "So we just call him Click Click." Liz wasn't laughing. "What happened to our friend?" she asked, her voice cold. Vince looked hopelessly at the others, blank stares. "No idea," he said with a shrug. "And you're all wizards?" Liz pressed, frustration rising. Vince brightened. "Rylan calls us attuned." "Uh-huh, and he's training you?" Nina shook her head behind her in disbelief. "Yeah," Vince said, uncertain now. "And what has he taught you so far?" Liz demanded. "Well, we do fitness drills, some focus exercises, meditation." "And have you improved?" Vince hesitated. "I think so." The others nodded or agreed half-heartedly. Liz narrowed her eyes, and then the massive warehouse doors blasted open. Everyone turned. Even Click Click looked startled, at least as startled as a crab monster could. A woman stepped inside, the picture-perfect stereotype of what Liz imagined a high-tier wizard would look like. Deep blue robes, shimmering with stars, streaked with nebulas in purples and burning orange. A thick tome hung on a leather strap from her hip. Her boots disappeared up her calves beneath the robes. Her hair, high in a tight ponytail, matched the cosmic patterns of her clothing. A shadowy creature darted from one shoulder to another. She crossed the room with regal confidence and stepped before Click Click, staring directly at the creature's pit-like eyes. "I am Judge Orla of Sanctuary's High Council," she announced, voice melodic and strangely rhythmic. "I am here to see Rylan Donaral." Click Click chattered a sequence of clicks in response. Orla nodded, then turned toward the assembled group. "And I assume all of these wielders are registered?" Click Click clicked again. A confirmation, an argument, no one knew. Orla smirked. It was sharp and hungry. Liz felt herself smiling too. Finally a real mage. Rylan might call himself a teacher, but these attuned hadn't shown any progress whatsoever. Weeks of nothing. No certainty, no training, nothing that was real, nothing tangible. But this woman, she radiated power. Liz was already picturing the things she could learn from her. Orla's eyes locked onto Liz and narrowed slightly. "You look more eager and less confused. Let's have a talk." Liz didn't stop smiling. If anything, her resolve sharpened. This was the kind of power she wanted. This was her path to mastery. Done being afraid, she would learn one way or another, from Orla, from Rylan, from someone, and then she would go home, and she would face Ghent,